Hey guys, don't know if you can hear me or not. Probably can, but it's probably just piss poor as it was last time. Come on, dayz. Something else coming through clear, guys. Wasn't before. Might be now. Just a bit of a playing around with some of the settings. What? Wait, what? Whoa, what couldn't fit? Doesn't seem to be anything missing. It's like they just tried to shit me up there. Let's turn down the music just a little bit. Turn down the music. Turn up the in-game audio if I can. Effects, max. Apply. Okay, so it's like they literally added a designated shit you up button there. Wait, what? The fuck just happened there? Yeah, it's like they added a designated shit you up button for no reason. That's what that looked like to me. It's like we're just gonna shit you up just for a laugh. Because it's like, what other items have dropped to the ground? I'm like, what's dropped? There's nothing missing. I'm terrified. Oh, don't freeze. Come on, man. Right, I'm definitely near chair now. Shit. Yeah, I'm definitely near chair now. So let's have a look. Options. I don't even know what I've got set as my controls. I don't even know what I've got set as my microphone. I don't know what my microphone says. I have no idea. It could be my headset mic or it could be my in-game mic. I don't know. Anyway, this is like first time I've streamed in a good few months. Been very unwell last few days especially. This is the first time I've streamed in a good few months. Oh, well, that's supposed to be there, so I'm not concerned. Right, so obviously we're near chair now. My question is, are we on the below-to side of chair now? I don't know, I can't really tell. Are we on the below-to side of chair now? That looks like the back of the hangar. So, yeah, it's below top. Definitely below top. It is a bit dark, so I am slightly concerned. Yeah, below top. So we've got plenty of shit to be scared of right now. So what? Let's go for the 1911. I do need to make a decision though. I am carrying a Mosin as well as a Blaze on my back. I do have more rounds to the Blaze than I do for the Mosin. I'm just carrying the Mosin just because, well, I like that gun. Or at least I'm not lying about it, you know what I mean? Don't like how quiet it is. They pristine? Yeah. Swap for them. Don't like how quiet it is. I mean, it's not a full server. Not gonna lie, it's not a full server, but definitely ain't empty. Oh, what's that? Stock. Nothing. Wait, I'm gonna take that. Someone's been here. Do I even have any more 45 ACP? Yeah, I do. Good. So I can actually get that 1911 to a more serviceable standard. What then I'm dank dark lad. Then I'm dank dark dirty moccasins today. I have a name for my favourite shoes in game. My lucky light leathers, but I want the black leathers. The lucky light leathers are my jam, boy. Nah. Let's stick with what I'm wearing, mate. Either way, I am a bit concerned that I've not seen anyone yet. I'll take that smoke. But, dude, seriously? Oh, because it's ruined. Yeah, if I can't stick it on there, I'm not going to take it. Because I was only going to take it for the sake of it, because it might come in handy. But if it's actually going to take up space that I could use for, you know, more useful items, I'm not taking it. I need to get a new vest. Because I've been beaten by so many goddamn zombies that my vest is ruined. And there's no repairing it. No. Don't want that glow stick. Nope. Literally nothing here, is there? Don't see any Zeds, don't see any players. It's actually kind of concerning. This isn't going to be a long stream, not by any means. Maybe about an hour, maybe 2. Just thought I'd come on for a bit, chill for a bit, do a calm dayz stream because it has been quite a while. Trying to explain what's been going on lately with the channel, why there's been a big gap in content, and I need to stop saying him. Hit my own accent as is, and it's drawing attention to it. So he does it again. Essentially, my main problem lately is we're going to talk about a few issues. May not be issues that I've had, but I've definitely been involved in. So today we're going to talk about some quite serious topics. We're going to talk about mental health. Damn. I only need 2 mics, like. We're going to talk about some serious topics such as mental health. We're also going to talk about... I think that music's a bit too upbeat for this topic. Yes, yeah, that music's way too upbeat for this topic. Dude, what are you doing? Can I... What is it doing? This doesn't make sense. Stop it, you dick. Right, we're going to talk about some serious topics. Fucking hell, eventually. We're going to talk about a few things such as mental health and the way our mental health affects our physical health. Essentially, someone I know who I care about quite a bit has been suffering with some severe mental health problems lately. And I mean severe. Like, quite severe. I'm not going to go too much into detail, but it's severe enough to the point where this person fears for their own life. And that's not... It's not a good way to feel. It's not a good way to constantly think. And there's plenty of people out there, and I know what it feels like as well, who understand that sometimes it's not as... Because some people out there don't understand it. Some people think, well, it's as simple as don't do it. Oh, sorry about that. Some people out there think it's as simple as just, well, don't do it then. You have the choice. Just don't do it. When it's not as simple as on or off. You know what I mean? It's like, I can't just turn it on and I can't just turn it off and I can't just decide not to do it. I mean, some people do manage to rationalise it that way and they manage to beat it that way, and you people out there who do that deserve a clap. There's no question about it. But to your average... Oh, well, that explains where that went. My backpack's ruined. I'll be backpack. Anyway, getting sidetracked. Those of you out there who have managed to push past that seal of well, just don't do it that way. Well done. Like there's no taking away from that achievement. There's no one that has the right to take away from that, and there's no one who has the right to comment on that, because you did it, and that's the end of the discussion. You did it. You made it. But when it comes to the situation of other people's mental health, some people who are still very much struggling, some people who aren't really, they're not scared of them doing it to themselves, they're scared to live. Let me just watch that back. Yeah, that was a sniper. Someone sniped me. Let me just try and... Yeah, I was sniped then. Don't know how far away from, but I was sniped. Which is fine, I guess. It's fine. Bit annoying, like, but it's fine. Just means I get to start with a fresh character. Right, I'm just a bit annoyed I lost my pistol more than anything else. That 1911 took some time to find. Anyway, getting back to the topic at hand. The main issue was about they're not scared that they're gonna do it. They're scared to live. They're scared that if they live, it'll happen. Basically, once this is someone. I'm going to talk now about someone who's not connected to the recent reason I've been gone for a while. This is someone else entirely, but the situation fits better into this mini topic. Essentially, they weren't scared that they were going to do it because at the end of the day, they thought like that. They thought the same way I described earlier. They thought that, well, I can decide whether not to do it or not, and I'm just going to decide not to. Which again was a good turn in itself. Doesn't matter how we got there. In this case, it is a case of the ends justify the means. But what it turned into was he wasn't scared to die. He was scared to live. He believed that it was going to happen no matter what he did. He believed that there was someone out to get him, like, all the time. He believed there was someone out there who wanted him dead. There's people out there who want him dead. And I basically tried to comfort him in the way of, well, if someone's out there who wants that, why give them the satisfaction? Why do their job for them? You know what I mean? If they want you, I mean, there was no one after him. I want to make this clear. There was no one after him. It was a minor paranoid delusion, and he knew that. He knew that. But it's kind of hard to argue with your own head. But the main thing was he was scared to live because he believed this person was going to come after him, and essentially he said to himself that, well, I'd rather do it to myself than have someone else do it. But then you have to convince him, well, if you do it to yourself, then no one gets punished for it. This person who's made you do it, he gets away with it scot-free. That's if this person even existed at all, which I knew he didn't, but he didn't know that. Oh. And this was essentially what started it, why I was off for so long. I first went off around the month of the 30th, which was my birthday. First thing I went off for was my birthday, and then the same week I also had my anniversary, and then during those days, a lot of other things such as the mental health issues started to compound with it. And let me make this clear, these weren't problems with my own mental health. This was someone else who I cared deeply for, who I felt I couldn't just abandon, even for a very, very temporary basis of just, oh, I'm just going to go record or go stream for a bit. I was scared. I was scared for this person. And I wasn't going to leave them until they were better in their own eyes as well as mine. You know what I mean? But essentially, going back to this other person I was telling you about, they believed someone was out to get him. He believed someone was out to get him. No matter what he did, no matter what happened, he believed that there was someone out there who wanted him gone, wiped out. And he just outright went, well, I'll do it before he can. So he wasn't scared of dying, he was scared to live. Because he didn't want to constantly be looking over his shoulder. He didn't want to constantly believe that someone was out after him. And it took a lot to convince him that, well, if there's someone out to get you, let him come to you. Because I knew there was no one out there. He had to live through his fear. I had to convince him that it was better to live with a bit of fear that would eventually go away. Because I knew it didn't exist, and I think deep down he knew that this mystery person didn't exist. But they didn't understand that at the time. Now what it turned into was eventually over time this person accepted what it was that was a bit mental. A bit like, you know what, that doesn't make sense. I know that doesn't make sense. So now, never mind I choose that to do it or not. Now I choose to believe that that's a load of bollocks. I choose to believe that. Because at the end of the day, there's always the thing of, well, you just choose not to do it. So don't do it. You know what I mean? Don't take it your own. You know what I mean? Don't do that. Well, it's not as easy as that. It is as easy as simply going, well, what is causing me to think like that can be diagnosed. Maybe it's a disorder, maybe it's something I heard once that's made me think, oh, that's real, even though it's not. Or maybe it's the fact that something has happened previously in my life that's caused me to think like this, and I need to understand the reasons as to why. And once I understand, I can basically look at it and go, no. If that makes any sense to anyone. And this person just needed, because me telling them to just go, look at yourself and go, no, doesn't work. They have to do it themselves. And the main thing I struggled with is I felt undeniably useless. I felt that this person was just going to be gone. Whether they didn't do it to themselves or not, I felt like this person that I've known and I've grown to love would just be gone. And even if they didn't, you know, take themselves out, they would not be the same person. And there's a bit of truth to that. There is a bit of rational fear in that sometimes experiences like this and dealing with things like this can lead you to not be the same person on the other side. Most of the time you just come through it stronger, but there is the odd chance that you come through it and you're nothing like you were at the start. You've lost a bit of your innocence. If that's an apt description, someone will have to let me know. Someone else will have to let me know if they find that offensive or not. But I think that's a pretty solid description so far, anyway. But what happened then was over the next few weeks, which is another reason why I was gone for so long, is this person's health became my priority. Everything suffered because of it. Work suffered, my professional life suffered, the stream suffered, my YouTube content suffered. I've still not recorded anything since the 30th of August, or just a few weeks since, about a week before the 30th of August, about the 23rd, yeah. I have not recorded anything since that date. That was the last day I recorded something. The last day an upload went on my channel, I recorded that the day previous. I have not had the time, nor the mental capacity to be able to record soundly for genuine fear for someone else's life. And it's not a good way to think, because it makes you feel a few things, and one of the main things I felt was like I was useless. There was nothing I could do to help this person, which was kind of true. Oh, I'm gonna die. Yeah. And I felt genuinely useless, like I couldn't help this person. No matter what I did, there was nothing I could do to help them. Which was, again, true. Because they have to do it for themselves. The one thing you can do that will help them is be there. Because just being there means they're not alone. They can still feel a sense of isolation, sense of loneliness around a group of people. It happens. It does, it happens. And sometimes there's not really a way to avoid that. Sometimes they don't crave the person they're sat next to. They crave attention, yes, but most of the time it's not from the person they're next to, it's from someone else that either they can't have, or they can't have due to normal reasons, or they can't have for some other reason. And this was explained to me by another person who the main person I was deeply concerned about. They said, it's like I need a hug off someone who's dead. That's what it feels like. I need a hug, but a hug off you won't help. It's like I need a hug off someone, and I know who that person is I need it off, but they're not here anymore. And if you don't take anything else away from what I'm saying, take that. Just understand the pain that someone can be in to think like that, to have no choice, and they believe 100% that there's no outlet for their emotion. They believe there's 100% no way that they can feel normal again without the assistance of this person. Yet they put on a brave face and go, I'll be fine eventually. When at the moment then, they believe 100% that they're lying. In that moment, they believe that they are lying. When in reality, they're not lying. They're not wrong. What they've said is correct. They just don't know it. And they have to have faith that in the future, hopefully sooner rather than later, they will feel better. They will feel normal again. Well, normal how they would class normal. Because there is no gold standard for normalcy. That doesn't exist. But what we do have is each individual person's own rating of normal. If that even makes the slightest amount of sense. Which I don't think it does. But oh wow, I've already been here. Can I open this tin with this? I don't really want to. I think it's a bad idea, but I've got no choice. But believing that you will get through it is the biggest hurdle that you can get, because you have to believe what's coming out of your own mouth. You have to. Because if not, you just go back. And there's plenty of people out there, there's plenty of stories of people who believed it and then went back anyway. Because it does happen. This does happen. It does happen. There is always a way out. There is, but a lot of people say it and then don't believe themselves and end up going back. You need to believe yourself. When you say that there is a way out and you don't believe yourself, you know how people believe like, well, what's the point in doing anything about it because I'm going to go back anyway. That's not always true. Sometimes you do go back, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you do go back, but you have the power this time to go. This time you have the power to go, well, no. I'm not going to let it take me this time. because I know what that is. And I know it's a load of bollocks, basically. I want that coat, but it's going to take a lot of my space away. But to be honest, don't really think that matters, does it? I think it does actually. Tell a lie, damn. But just know that I didn't just disappear. I didn't just disappear for no reason. I did it for a genuinely good reason, and it was for someone I really cared about. It was for someone I really cared about, and that person is slowly but surely a lot better now. And I'm going to do my best to make sure they stay that way. I really am. And yeah, that's how it started. Essentially, that's why I disappeared in the first place. Because I genuinely feared for this person more than they feared. And I didn't in the back of my head go, well, I clearly give more of a shit than this person. No. That's the wrong way to look at it, because if anything, they care more than anyone else on the planet could. But it's really hard to describe. They care more than anyone else on the planet could, because it's their life. And like I say, that some people aren't scared to die, they're scared to live. Okay, just eat this. And it's not like they believe that. Sometimes they don't believe someone's out to get them, sometimes they do. Sometimes they understand that what they're saying is complete and total nonsense, but they still believe it regardless, and no matter what they say to themselves to go, stop it, that's not going to happen. And they know what's in their head right now doesn't make sense, but they can't fight it. It's almost the same as addiction. It's like they're addicted to believing that there's something wrong with them, and they are doing more damage to the world by existing. So they believe that the better thing to do is to just remove the problem, and they see themselves as the problem when that's not good. Obviously, that doesn't solve anything. In fact, that makes it 10 times worse, because that means now the people that care about that person are now in the worst state they could possibly be in, because the thing that they've been fearing, the thing that they've been dreading for years, days, months, however long that this has been troubling that person, has finally happened. And the people that are left behind, that's the real pain. And this is getting really hard to talk about now. But I'm still going to talk about it because it's important. It's important. But don't take everything I say as gospel, because some things may work for you out of what I'm talking about, and some things may not go at all however you plan. But the trick is learning that things that don't go the way you want aren't because someone's out to get you or the world itself is out to get you. Sometimes things just don't go the right way because that's just life. And there's some people out there who go, well, because... So you just cry because it didn't go the way you wanted. When that couldn't be further from the truth. That's not why they're upset. They're not upset because it didn't go the way they wanted. Where the hell did that go? Seriously, mate? They're not upset because it didn't go the way they wanted. And they're not crying because of that. They're upset because they see them being here as a waste. As something that someone else should have been living. Someone else should have been living their life, and they could probably do it a lot better than they can. But obviously a more rational mind at the time will just go, well, that person that does exist isn't here. You are. So you live that life. Oh. But again, we're talking about rational people who only see irrationality around them. So they don't see dealing with it as an option. And dealing with it is one of the worst things you can say to one of these people. It really is. Because that just makes them feel 10 times worse for not being able to handle it how they see a normal human being would. When the truth is, we all have our ways of coping. Some of us are just better at hiding it than others. But sometimes, some people are so good at hiding it that people who aren't good believe that they're broken and they don't deserve to be here because they can't handle life. It's not that they can't handle life, it's that they believe they can't, even though they can. Because in listening to themselves sometimes, which sometimes is the worst thing you could possibly do, because you listen to yourself and your own head goes, I'm not good right now. Stop me if you've heard it before. But their face also says, I'm not good right now. But then they see someone else who's not okay, but their problems are a lot less than the ones that the original person's dealing with. And when it comes to that, the original person tends not to complain because they feel guilt about feeling this way, because they don't believe that they have the right to complain, because like, well, everyone else probably deals with this shit and doesn't complain about it. Whereas I don't feel like I have the right to complain about it. Well, everyone does. Everyone has the right to complain. Everyone has the right to complain. Especially if you live in Britain. But light-hearted banter aside, everyone does have the right to complain. But sometimes you'll see people complaining about things that you may find frivolous or pointless, and just because you think that doesn't mean that person thinks that. So you see people who are complaining going, why are you whining so much? My problems are bigger than yours. Whereas the person who's got the biggest problems is usually the person who's quiet. Because they don't want to burden other people with what they're going through. They don't want to give other people their problems, because then it's not their problem, it's everyone's. And they feel immense guilt for even talking about it. If you're having a problem, such as say you've lost your keys to your house, okay? You'd think, oh, call a locksmith. Just call a locksmith. They'll be round. They'll be round. They'll open the door. I can get in and get my stuff. and I can pay them for their time, which is what their company is for. But someone with this mindset won't think like that. They'll think, oh, I've lost my key. What can I do? And then they'll go, I don't know. And they'll have a full conversation within their own head. And that conversation, they will make it, whether they know it or not. They will intentionally make that conversation drag out as long as possible. So they don't have to ask the person whose job it is to fix this specific problem to come out and fix it. Because they dread contact with other people sometimes through fear of making them feel bad or putting them out. The problems can go as simple as, oh, I don't want to make a fuss, to, I don't feel like I deserve to have it easy. They can be as simple as that, or as complex as, I just don't know, and you keep telling yourself that over and over and over again. And this does happen. This really does happen. Right, so give yourself infusion. Dude, seriously, come on. So on. Put that there, that there, that 4, yeah. Huh. So they've added gas masks in, like gas mask filters and stuff like that. That's because of the new toxic zones, isn't it? But the main reason for that long ass winded conversation was to try and give you guys an idea of why I've been gone and what I've been going through. As not to make people feel sorry for me or sorry for this other person, it's to basically say I haven't been happy I've been gone, but trust me when I say I did it for a reason, and that's really all I can say. Because to say any more than that, which I feel like I've been on the borderline of, is to betray the trust of the person it's for. If that makes any damn sense whatsoever. Scrubs, bandage. What are bandages? But whenever I think of this person and what they've gone through, I feel immense pain, emotional, that I wasn't there, but also I have to accept that, well, there was nothing I could do because I didn't know this person. And I did know this person at one point during what they were going through, but obviously they didn't reach out to me, and you can't punish yourself for not seeing the signs, because they intentionally go out their way to hide the signs. They don't want people to know they're not okay, because they feel so much guilt for not being okay and for even slightly inconveniencing other people for their own problems, that they would sooner sit in a house and burn. Like, they would sooner sit in a burning house and let it consume them then inconvenience someone else for 10 seconds to help them. And I know plenty of people who are still like that even today. I know people who are still like that even to this day, and they won't let themselves get help just through the fear of not being judged, because they don't care what other people think. They already think as less of themselves as they possibly can, and they assume everyone else thinks the exact same way. So to ask someone else for help with a problem they see as their own problem and their own mess to sort out is just severe. They just don't see it as worth anyone's time, not even their own. And it's tragic that so many people have. Some people have intentionally let stuff like that go on. And you can never blame the victim. Never, ever blame the victim. Because all the victim knows is pain. That's all they know. Oh, hey dude. Seriously? Seriously, man. Talk to me. Talk. Come on, talk. What the fuck? You gonna talk, man, or are you just gonna keep trying to hit people? You gonna talk to me? If you stop and talk, I'll leave you alone. Because running and ignoring me is pissing me off, so are you gonna talk to me? Okay, so are you gonna tell me why you tried to hit me over the head? You could have just come and spoke to me and we would have been okay, or... Do you want to deal with him? Nice job. Right, can I ask you a question? I can't ask you a question. What can I say then? Can you talk? You can't talk. Oh, well, okay then. I only did that because you tried to hit me first time. Yeah, I thought we had a blaze, we didn't. Yeah, I'm sorry, but there was no need for what he just did. He just walked up behind me and tried to hit me. He took multiple swings at me. Before realising I wasn't gonna, like, let him, you know what I mean? He took multiple swings at me. So that's just a bit shitty. Don't really need that. Place the epifedral with that. Let's go back to the water. Didn't want to do that, but I'm not letting someone do that and get away with it. That was his punishment for trying to hit me over the head. That's what that was. Can I ask you a question? No. Play along, mate, or you're dead, and I shouldn't have to tell you that. I shouldn't have to explain to you that if you don't play along, I'm going to kill you. I shouldn't have to explain that. It's obviously didn't have a working firearm, because if he did, that's what he would have killed me with. He tried to sneak up on me and kill me. And I didn't let him get away with that. Yeah. I wasn't gonna let him get away with that. That was... No. You don't just attack a player while their back's turned. Not unless you have good reason. If you have good reason, that player's like 100% kitted out and they look like they're going to be a danger to you, then fine. Shoot away. But if it's just a player who's, one, trying to talk to you, two, after you've attacked them, they're still trying to talk to you. I want to make that clear. He attacked me. And I responded with, mate, can you talk to me please? And I probably won't kill you. Be honest with you. Come on. Talk to me. And I actually had the full intention of letting him go, but I told him multiple times. He kept running. He knew he wasn't going to get away from me. So he decided eventually to stop and listen. Which was a smarter decision, but he took ages to arrive at it. If he stopped straight away and apologised and went, I'm sorry mate, I'm just desperate for gear, I'd probably would have given food. I mean, for fuck's sake, my original dayz moniker was... My original dayz moniker was the very friendly dayz bandit. You know? And I stand by that name. But if you attack me, just know that my belief that you're not a dick goes literally to the 0 meter, which is not possible for a lot of people. It's not possible for a lot of people, but it certainly fucking was for him. Right, so put that on number 3. Put the shotgun on number 2. I've only got one shot for it, but that one shot can do a catastrophic amount of damage if used correctly. Nothing here. Go upstairs. Oh, it hasn't got the proper flat. It's just this little shitty side one that doesn't spawn even. Yeah. No point. I did feel bad about shooting him, but if you want me to be honest, he was being a dick, so... Oh. I did, and I didn't feel bad. Running shoes, flat cap, that's it, seriously. Come on, man. Let's have a look at PD, see if I can get myself... Okay, that's a lot of Z's. Oh, he's in full hazmat gear. Can I take anything off him? No, That must be the hazmat gear that you must wear. Oh shit, I didn't shut the front door, did I? Oh, I did. Oh, I did. Haha. I can see into the future. Those are some really good pants. And I want to take them. But I'll wait and see if I can get a jacket. I mean, those pants with a raincoat would be probably decently effective as is in containing my character's temperature. But I'm still going to look around, aren't I? You know what I mean? That's just the way you do it. To get on the roof. A jean jacket. Okay. I am still a bit livid about getting sniped. Not like furious, but I am a bit... What if I didn't even say hi? You know what I mean? Wasn't even a fair fight. Yeah. So I'm a bit annoyed that way. Yeah. I think it's just going to be them pants I found downstairs. I think that's all it's going to be. That's all it can be. I think I'll put my food down here. Okay. Dried. Still got one can left I need to use. Got that knife. Okay. Guess I'll put... Don't know if I've done that correctly, but I ain't really got much of a choice, have I, with the way I've laid this out. Okay. I need to make that backpack very soon, which I'll probably go do, like, now. Yeah, I'll probably go make that backpack now. Oh. That's funny. I mean, it's a really good jacket, but if it was the beige one, I'd probably take it. Oh, that's the backpack at me. That's the literal backpack I was going to make. I mean, that's quite good. It's actually kind of hilarious that I've just found that. Loads of Zeds everywhere. Yeah. Huh. More bottles. Wish I had some duct tape, could make a suppressor. Right, so let's do that. Get myself some sticks. Them wellies are good, actually. Put them wellies on. Ooh, damn. More food. Didn't even see you, mate. Where are you going? Big pile of literal horse shit. Nope. Why am I checking these, please? You know what? I'll check them anyway, because it's... I've gone too far into it now not to finish them off. No. Yeah, nothing. So now I've done all that, I'm just going to get some twigs. Sticks. I get it from you. Come on. Never ever cut a bush with your hands and don't use a knife unless you're wearing gloves. Only do it if you're wearing gloves. Using a knife's a bit faster. Also, it doesn't damage your gloves. But I've got a sewing kit, and I'm going to use the sewing kit quite a bit anyway. So if I damage my gloves, I'm not going to be upset about it. Yep. So now let's make a burlap backpack, which used to be called an improvised backpack. First you have a burlap courier bag, then you have a burlap backpack. That it used to just be called the improvised, which I think was a better name. And I'd still say the improvised backpack is, without question, the best backpack in the game, because it blends into basically anything. It's natural coloured. You know what I mean? It's got natural colours on it. It blends in extremely well. Sounds like there's a Z on his way, which is not good. So let's try and stick sharpening stone. The trick to the other half of dayz is items in inventory ruin from bottom left to top left. Oh, sorry, other way around. So if you want something to survive, you put it in the bottom right of your inventory. It has a higher chance of surviving, like critical damage. So say if your character gets shot, there's a higher chance what you've got in the bottom right will survive than what you've got in the top left. So say if you get shot in the chest and your shirt you're wearing has about 30 slots, and say if I put a load of one stack items in that, you'd see a gradient of top left being ruined all the way down to bottom right being pristine or worn. It's usually the way the game works. Trying to remember what I'm doing now. Repair. Ooh, these pants are badly damaged. It's going to take a good few sewing kit sessions. So I still got it damaged. Seriously, mate? Come on. There you go. So now I've repaired them. It's the same for the raincoat. Basically, also items in dayz have multiple levels of damage. Basically, level 1 is pristine. That's where you find it, where there's no issues with it whatsoever. Level 2 is damaged, where obviously, plain simply, damaged. They're damaged. So, well, there's a bit of damage to it, obviously. And then there's badly damaged, and then there's ruined. So the way it tends to work is each level of durability that the item has adds a bit of damage resistance as well. So say if you're wearing a pristine t-shirt, okay, and you get shot, that pristine t-shirt has taken 5% of the damage away. It doesn't make sense, it's only a t-shirt, I know. But that pristine t-shirt has taken 5% of, like, say if you got shot and that bullet hitting you did 100 damage, okay? Does 100 damage. For the sake of this video, sorry, for the sake of this explanation, 100 damage, okay? Now, say if you're wearing a pristine t-shirt, that bullet only hit you for 95 damage, not 100. Did you get it? Right, so I'm just going to have to take a phone call here, guys. I'll be really quick. Hello? Not my problem, he hung up. Not my problem, he hung up. Nope. And he hung up in good time as well. So let me just load up these mags. I need to get a... I probably should have took that other... So where did you put the... Really? Up there? Most annoying place you could have fucking put it. Yes, load up these bags just so they're ready. I need to make a suppressor. I probably should have took that extra bottle just in case I found some duct tape. So I can make a basic ass plastic bottle suppressor. I mean, it's only good for like 2 or 3 shots. Depending on the caliber you use anyway. If you're using a low caliber weapon, it usually lasts a bit longer. But I'm talking in game. In reality, you'll still get like 1 shot, maybe 2. But if we're talking in game here, this game specifically, the lower the caliber of weapon you use, the more shots you'll get out of a homemade suppressor before it's no longer usable. Because think of it like this, a plastic bottle. The first shot will be suppressed because, well, all the escaping gases are trapped inside of this, you know, compression thing. And the hole that the bullet's going to leave out of is going to be really tiny. So all the gases which would make a good chunk of the noise and allow it to echo will be trapped inside this bottle. It does work. It's not intensely effective. Or like that abundantly clear. It's not intensely effective. It does work, but you know, you get much better quality with an actual suppressor. Let's make this clear. Wait, my vision just went darker? Do the sunglasses actually work? If true, that's new. Did I trap both of them? Nah, I just want them. Other one doesn't even know I exist anymore. It's just like all the hot girls in school. Huh. What do you want, boy? Come on. Come on. Oh, a knife. I'll take that. See if I can find the chicken. Maybe I can go fishing before I have to end the stream. Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! That's fucking hilarious. If I can fit that. Good. That's fan-fucking-tastic. That's fantastic. That I wasn't expecting to find that. That's hilarious. I was like, I'm only carrying that rope so I can make an improvised fish. This is getting stupid. This is legitimately getting stupid. Like, really, this is getting stupid. I mean, it wouldn't be... It's not as good as finding... Well, I'd say a Glock. I'd say it's about the same. Maybe. Maybe, actually, tell a lie. Come on. Obviously, I've got more rounds for the other gun. But I've got more rounds for the other gun, but it's still a good gun. You know what I mean? And there's stupidity in denying that. I'm going to get rid of that the Magnum, even though I really like the Magnum. I'm going to get rid of it because, well, plain and simply, I don't need it, and I was only carrying it hoping I'd find some 357. I mean, if I wanted to, I could make the space for it, but no point. There really is no point. Yeah, shotgun's only got 1 round in it, so I'll do that. Yeah, shotgun's only got 1 round in it, so there's no point putting it on my hotbar. It's going to be a situational weapon. I'm going to pull that shotgun out specifically when I need it. A lot of bright orange over there. I don't know if I've set this to archive, so the footage will be available. It should be. Like, I like how Twitch automatically sets it to archive, so it just stores it without having to ask you. One of the main features of Twitch I really like. I want to check that out, I feel. Oh no, the fact the audio keeps cutting out of one of my ear cups. Come on. Keeps disappearing and coming back, disappearing and coming back, but only in one of them. Yeah, another bottle. Probably should take it, but more fucking weight. And I don't want to accidentally confuse it. Actually, I can't accidentally confuse it, especially if I empty it, because I always empty it. It's not a good idea. Like, it's never a good idea to have a bottle of water on you, right? With water in it when you found it. Because if you drink a bottle of water in this, right, with water that was in it when you found it, there's about a 75% chance that's going to poison you. And it'll give you a disease that I don't think you recover from without antibiotics. It takes about 2 antibiotics, and I've only got 1. So, you know, just avoid the problem altogether because, well, I've got water. Oh. I hate how fucking abrupt that is. I think I'm going to go up top here to log out because it's safer. Get a nice look around before I go. Some more gloves. Right, okay, I'm just going to take it because I just make sure I empty it. Because if I find some tape when I log back in, I can make a suppressor. So, I might as fucking well put that there. Yeah, swap my gloves over. It's now wearing the pristine pair. Take it a bit higher, see if I can see anyone before I log. See if I can get us to another bit of a little shitstorm battle. That was a bit funny before though, that guy just thought he could just take me out and I wouldn't turn around and notice. That was kind of funny. That is a dead Z over there. There is something over there that's dead. Can't see exactly what it is, but there is something over there that is dead. Could be a player who killed himself. Could be. Don't know if you guys can see that. It's right there, just literally perfectly on point with my iron sights. There is something dead over there. It could be a Z or it could be a player. Don't know. I'm tempted to go check it out, but I don't really want to. Because I've got shit to do. But either way, there is something dead over there and it could be a player or a Z. If it's a player, it's just a player who was looking for a better respawn, probably. Who's like, oh, I don't want to spawn in berry, let me just let this zombie kill me, see what I spawn next. Or it could be a Z that a player's killed and then just left, obviously, because it's not like you can really transport them. You used to be able to hide bodies. You used to be able to just get middle mouse click and then hide them, but you can still see the body. But because you hid them, anyone else who came up couldn't access their inventory. But I'm going back to the early days of dayz standalone, like the really early days. Yeah. Just hoping to see some activity or something before I disappear. I just saw something. Something right there. I did see something just right there on the edge. Yeah. You're going insane. One last look. A little bit of a look around. Imagine if I just saw a player run down there now and just went in there and I just went click. Just gone. That would be hilarious. Huh. Yeah, that is weird though. I keep seeing the Zeds moving around, it keeps fucking with me. Like I say, that is something dead over there, so. Really could be anything. Let's log here. Anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning into the stream. Hopefully you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, really. But anyway, yeah, like I say, thank you so much for tuning into the stream. Hopefully you enjoyed what you did see. If you didn't enjoy it, I apologise for existing. But thank you so much for everyone who did enjoy, and hopefully the stream will be back soon. If not, I'll definitely get some content up. Hey guys.